I remember it vividly, the night that I learned the difference between alone and lonely. I was a college student at the time living at home, and my parents were out one evening, probably at a meeting. And I was sitting at the breakfast room table just around sunset. All was quiet and still, except for the hum of the refrigerator. And in this moment of grace, rather than resisting the silence and the stillness by turning on the television or the radio, I embraced that moment of silence and stillness. And I realized that while I was completely alone, I wasn't lonely. In reflecting on that moment years later, I've come to decide that the fulcrum between being alone and loneliness is an awareness of community. What I mean by that is that in my experience, when I am alone, I'm still aware that there are people who love me, surround me, support me, and hold me up, even though they may not be there right with me right then. But when I feel most lonely is when I'm disconnected from that awareness of people who love me and surround me. During this time of quarantine, there are lots of people who are feeling lonely, who have become disconnected from their awareness that there are people who love them, care for them, support them, but just can't be around them physically right now. If you are struggling with the pain of loneliness, I'd like you to hear these words from Psalm 139. The psalmist is addressing God when he writes, "Where can I go from your spirit, or where can I flee from your presence? If I ascend to heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in Sheol, you are there. If I take the wings of the morning and settle at the farthest limits of the sea, even there your hand shall lead me, and your right hand shall hold me fast. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, and the light around me become night, even the darkness is not dark to you. The night is as bright as the day, for darkness is as light to you." The psalmist reminds us in a kind of a backdoor way that there is nowhere we can be where God is not with us, where God is not present. God has promised to never leave us or forsake us. I know sometimes we need someone with a hand to hold ours, or arms to hug us, or a voice to speak to us words of love. And that's why community is such a tremendous gift, a gift that we so often take for granted. If you are struggling with the pain of loneliness today, I want to encourage you to resist the fear of reaching out and call someone, or two someones, or three. And if you know someone who you think might be struggling with loneliness, please reach out to them today. Don't wait. We have all felt the pang of loneliness. It's a cry for community. It is a cry for connection with someone. It is a cry for connection with love. Please be the love of God for someone else today.